All right, welcome. I am James Otter, your host and overlord of tonight's revelries. What makes a poet? Is it toffee? Is it wine? Is it pickles? Is it brine? Nobody knows. What makes a dog? Is it a human face? Is it 13 legs and spikes? No! It's none of those things. It's substance abuse. That's what makes a dog. 25% of all dogs are currently in rehab. Statistics like that are no fucking joke. What makes a poet is the common pursuit of poetry. Or something like that. Seriously, people lose eyes over these things. No artist wants to be defined by someone else. Poets are renegades. They are truly renegades. Poets are the ones who get in too deep and make it out. It's all relative, really. If you have the courage to share your words, then by God, share them. And if any of you have a problem with 15 people taking us on 15 different journeys, if there was 15 of us tonight, you are obviously in the wrong place. Because this is page 2 poetry in Eugene, Oregon at Cush Cafe. And if you are still on page 1, you're about to be here. Yeah. Anyway, it was long due that I do some generic spiel about what makes a poet, because absolutely every movie about this subject has some part where someone says, poetry is this, or poetry is that. I will not define poetry for you, because you make the definition for yourself. I am not here to judge what is and isn't poetry. I am here to instill fear into the hearts of those who oppose us. Self-expression, square hole, circle pants, or whatever we are. One thing we are is friendly. You are a very brave person. And if you're scared up on this stage, out of wit's end, we're here for you. If you have done this before, welcome back. If you're new here, here's what you need to know about page 2 poetry. 1, all works must be original. 2, performing poets get 7 minutes of fun. You don't have to use them all. 3, by getting on this stage, you consent to be live streamed on YouTube. Please be sure to silence all cell phones and limit chitter-chatter whilst people perform. That being said, I shall start us off with a blood-curdling new poem about the dangers of not reading a map. Enjoy the show, motherfuckers! Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
All right.
Good job.
The heat was on. The stove was off. We were good to go. Granola bars, beer, and an inflatable raft. Little did I know, our little river adventure would turn into a backcountry disaster of John Borman proportions. Let me first change the names of me and my cohorts. I will list us as Beerman, Mapfucker, and me, Survivor. Mapfucker had this strange fetish for taking me and Beerman on random adventures with little to no knowledge of the surrounding areas. I forget what the river was actually called, so I dub it the Kill Drowner. That night, the muse to our journeys came out of a typical drunken teenage haze. We had been watching Without a Paddle and thought maybe, just maybe, we could find our own tribe of furry, tree-dwelling hippie chicks. I was up for whatever. It was more fun to drink and rap than drink and stay at home. The Kill Drowner River was only 30 miles outside of town, so why the fuck not? If we get lost, we'll bring a fishing pole and some matches. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. everything went wrong. Example. We were just pushing our raft into the water when I noticed someone driving away with our van. The surrounding forest was in its most combustible state, and the nearest bathroom was overgrown with poison oak, poison ivy, and even sumac. Killdrowner pulled no punches. The floor was beautiful at a distance. Beerman was first-hand experiencing a hive of the fauna. Mapfucker was freaking out over the stolen van, but more so over how cold the water was. I was considering where the news article was going to say, after we all go missing, the signs were more obvious. The river was floating upstream, not down, up. The rapids ran backwards or forwards, uniquely. Beerman and Mapfucker were arguing. It had only been 20 fucking minutes. And already we were floating at this strange 45-degree angle. The surrounding forest looked hungry. I was the first to notice the human-sized pine needle mounds on both sides of us. Beerman and Mapfucker argued in a way that reminded me of a Kevin Smith dialogue, or Quentin Tarantino, or something out of Stand By Me. So stupid, unrealistic shit. God damn, they weren't paying any attention to anything. So I decided to cast a line into the river, maybe catch some dinner. Instead, we all caught sunburns. The sun was incessantly bright, not like in a beautiful way, in a human, I have decided to test my new skin cancer formula kind of way. As time progressed, I considered pulling the raft to the shore, just as the incessant jabbering may end in some hockey mask-esque murder sequence. I was that pissed. Truly, I miss those guys. Mapfucker with his brilliant ideas like, hey, let's go get lost this Saturday, or Beerman's witty alcoholism. We were not playing Alpha Guy either. We were playing maybe our stolen van was a hallucination. It was when we stumbled upon this ancient water wheel that the boredom before the drop was relieved. The wheel was turning, and it appeared we were being docked by the stream currents. That or the souls of drowned idiots were pushing us towards a college screenplay. Who knows? I know that the first thing I did when we hit the shore was stay in the raft for a moment with my fishing line in the water. Maybe if I caught a fish, I could attract a mountain lion or a bear. That would chase us to safety. Beerman had been the first out of the raft, and he said some shit to Mapfucker and stormed off into the water meal, all Blair Witch Project. I didn't want Beerman to die, because, well, I'm not that fucked up yet. It had been maybe 3 hours, and Mapfucker was still freaking out. He was having these delusions that he had brought a map, and that it was in the creek, and that we may be able to find it before the sunset. I laughed off this fucking cliche. Come on, Mapfucker. We just need to stick together and find Beerman. He agreed, and we did find Beerman. Not all at once, though. First, we found his legs under the watermill. Then I found an X in a circle. Then I found his torso. Beerman resembled a teleportation accident, only much more disgusting. It was sickening, obviously. I even yawned a few times. Fast forward to Mapfucker's over-the-top demise. He is standing on the river's edge, and the ground bloats up into a human-shaped mound. Mapfucker turns to see what's going down. Then get this. He gets pulled into the water. My fishing line wraps itself around his legs, and the creek gulps. Mapfucker gone. Beerman all over the place. What else is new? Me. I won, I guess. If you could call it winning. I pass out in the raft and wake up next to the van. It's unlocked. Keys in the ignition. I go home. Take some deep breaths and sleep it off. That's why I am here today. In court. Fuck! Thank you. All right. let's welcome Mo to the stage. Let's give her a warm welcome to Mo.
Yeah, Mo. Come on.
Yeah, so you know what's up. I don't have to say anything.
Deluded. The wrinkled and pocked face I continue to search for among the many and for years, or the pause which leaves me broken just before you speak on your answering machine, are memories which snap as decisively as cotton sheets on a clothesline. Those dozen red roses delivered, now flattened, amid coffee grounds and freezer boxes, in a tightly tied plastic garbage bag I sent unremembered to the dump. The cup of once iced tea, left too long in the sun, sits on the patio table alone and accusing long after our fight. My opinions are spread as thin as finely sliced red onions and cucumbers on petite white bread sandwiches cut crosswise, with crusts removed, sitting just so on rose-dotted porcelain plates, and I fear are just as bland and inane. Kitten and puppy videos on Facebook, dangling participles, misplaced surrogates for babies starving and dying somewhere in South Sudan or Syria, deluded to soothe just as Tom Sawyer watered down the paint to whitewash Aunt Polly's fence. Burkas and Kirmars no longer hide body parts picked up after the strike of drones. 7 baskets or 7,000, some sort of macabre retelling of the loaves and the fishes. Remains remain blasphemous miracles of science. The drop of rain that settled like dust on John Kerry's Kennedy hair today, an alliteration from the same sky that allowed a similar drop to stain my face clear and fresh and clean, but is most certainly stigmata. White skin is diluted from black, then brown, then yellow, then really this blatant beige called white, because it sounds so guileless and blameless, but is maybe just the smear that is left after all the other colors are obliterated.
All right.
Oh, wow. Beige. What the? Let's give it up for Mo. That took me on quite the journey. That took us all on quite the journey. Thank you. All right. Let's give a warm round of applause for Mr. Kit Chow. He also knows what's up.
Let's see, right?
Go,
Look,
kid,
that's
go.
the first time I ever used a poetry song.
I know.
Thank you,
It's the
James.
first time
Thank you,
for
James.
everything.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Killed rounder indeed.
All right, my time. 3 for you.
Words fail forever and have since the first sunrise. This imperfect art, speaking, choking, crying. The new day has begun for those with the language to describe it. For those without, it is forever night.
All right.
This is I released an iBook this week. It's on iBooks. You got to have an Apple thing to read it. It's called Kill the Demon by Kit Shell. It's 99 cents. Go get it. You can go to my website or
Yeah,
Books.
kid.
and it's there. This is one in the collection. Poem number 5, The Bum Slot Machine. I've only read this once. The derelicts line up in the stink of the grimy pavement to take their turn at the bum slot machine. You know, the recycling machine. They wait with twitching frenzy like gamblers at the ribbon-cutting ceremony of a new casino. It is their chance for riches, inserting cans. A nickel here, a nickel there. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. The open hole of the recycle box as symbolic as the slot machine's rigid arm. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And then the machine breaks. Kyle to the recycling center. Kyle to the recycling center. Just as you are next in the checkout line, now you are the gambler with the losing ticket. You lost. You picked the wrong line because now they need to give Kyle a key or a tool, or he needs some giant industrial plastic bags or whatever. And the concrete smells worse than shit spread directly from the ass of a dog onto your upper lip. And I'm not talking about any dog either. The sidewalk reeks like the bowels of Cerberus, the three-headed monster guarding the gates of Hades. And this is a definite sort of hell. Now, I don't play the bum slot machine. I do not recycle. I just throw my nickels away, right into the trash. I throw my recycling into the garbage. I don't even remove the caps from the bottles before I do it. Let the dump sort it out. Who the fuck cares? Because it is infinitely better to throw it all away in the garbage than spend even one moment in derelict hell in front of the machine, inserting cans, deluding oneself that any of it is doing one good goddamn thing for the planet, for humans, for critters, or even for bums. Call this an interlude. Just keep going around. Just keep going around, around, around. Just keep going around and around and around and around. Just keep going around and around and around and around. Just keep going around.
Ooh.
All right.
Go back, Kill the Demon on books. 99 cents. Can't go wrong. It's gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, just go around and around. And let's give some love to Kit Shell. Give him some love. That was fantastic. I've spent plenty of time in front of those bum slot machines myself. All right, now let's give some more warm love to Stephen Blue. Woo! Who also knows what's up.
Hey everybody, I must admit I have gone to those bum slot machines. I have put cans in there. Okay, I'm going to read you a short poem from each of my 4 books. From my first book, Word Songs, A Little Bit Slick. Just a total distraction, painted feelings across your lips. Another chemical reaction trickling down to my fingertips. But sometimes you're sweet, like a peppermint stick. A little bit spicy, a little bit slick. Just another attraction laying here across your bed. Another chain reaction going off inside my head. But sometimes you're sweet, like a peppermint stick, a little bit spicy, a little bit slick. Just a lack of traction, spinning wheels between your ears. Another emotional reaction, broken down feelings behind my tears. But sometimes you're sweet, like a peppermint stick, a little bit spicy, a little bit slick. This is from my second book, Wild Weed. Speed dreamin'. Two voices drift softly on the winter breeze. The heater crinkles in this weather as it awakens me from the dream of writing you a poem. You soft, moist, kissing redhead, theater goer of another past dream. You read me the ratings of previous lovers, the entry is mine. And as I attempt to write you the poem of a young girl, sound effects and all, zooming down the hill in a yellow boxcar racer.
Oh,
And from my third book, Black Tights, this is called Gypsy Riders. Gypsy riders on the wavelength spin their hearts upon the page. Freedom riders of the future ride the magic language waves. You can see them pour their hearts out on the net around the world, spreading images of truth, inspiration unfurled. Do you doubt the dreams you've made as the muse designed you? Do you find your soul's been braved as the verse reminds you? You roam the world with your word song. Imagination is where you belong. You land to lend a helpful pen, then roam to do it again. Gypsy riders on the wavelength, spin your hearts upon the page. Freedom riders of the future, ride the magic language waves. And from my fourth book, Songs of Sobriety, this is called New Spring News. A fresh breath of air follows on the breeze of night's slow dimming, sings memories of longing to the languid tree branches as they sway to the music of its invisible song. My ears prick at particles of soothing springtime sounds, new again, age-old friends, inspired by the new blooming sun of the now fading day that's been rained upon constantly. Welcome sounds at last. My heart momentarily saddens as they pass, my mind pushing forward to night's coming pleasures, yet hungry for the news of tomorrow's apple blossoms. I pause a moment longer, step inside to the smell of fresh soup simmering and running water singing.
all right. Thank you.
All right, one more round of applause for Stephen Blue. I really want to hear a lot of those in song form too, you know? Yeah. I would rock out to that stuff. You better too. All right, Andrew, come on up here.
Godzilla.
Come on up here.
Godzilla.
Godzilla! Oh yeah. Oh no, what was that? Come on, you guys can do better. Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Godzilla.
What's up, everybody?
Take us home, Godzilla.
Everyone has times when they feel like they wake up and suck their breath in to hold the truth as the trip takes an unexpected highway down the mirrored playroom of human psychology, or boiling down some pragmatic facts, the axe of truth cuts with bias, but bias is another reality, and there are no illusions, only things that are real which seem false. And as we grasp at that parody of mind, we know the parrot bespeaks but what the parrot heard. And we, like that, plunge in the depths of our souls for what was not put there. For what was not put there. For what was not put there. I must find what was not put there. And in this task, I am a failure. I am a failure. But so are you. That is comforting enough. To be in the company of such blessed sinners as yourselves, the blessing to make do with less than perfection, and yet there is perfection in it. The way we wake up in the morning and words of thanksgiving may immediately escape our lips or not, but either way the sun shines on us greedy sons of bitches. So that must mean something loves us. I mean, that must mean something loves us, right? Am I allowed to come to that conclusion? Am I allowed to take the shackles off that idea? Look, here I come. I say I am awake. I have awoken many times. There's a consistency strung throughout my dreams, and in the seams it seems a dream is mine which I redeem. Freedom, the ability to be awake as I choose and see the world as it appears in the light of those choices. For I claim no other grasp on truth than that. It is a grip that grips me alive, yet I am a shadow gifted to the light. So in the illusion of my ego, the veil may be ripped by grace and set my soul awakened aright. Thank you.
Ooh.
OP delivers. My field soul's awakened. Thank you. Let's give it up for Andrew. Are your hands sore yet?
How about something else?
They're gonna be after this. All right, coming up here, Jacob. Woo! Yes.
Corroded on surface, made tender all above it, mounted on clarity, off-throated halfway down, mounted half on clarity, hovering overall. Just okay overall, no polar bear eyes, no polar eyes, beer half a quart on a way to laughing at the held mirrors, moked beyond control. Hurty-dirty bowed like pointed in shivers onto quinion, touching the slithers under bundles of fascia, broken fascist French buck screeching at the hyperfield extended and repulsing towards in front of her, unbelieving eyes polar on modes of rehearsing fabrictic didactic hedron-mapped sound forms. Morphomes, daunting rage-inducing unfathomed to re-fathom, treads as, no, my God, Boister stew has 12 rememberable things. Love has one of them. More of them come with the other side, God figure-headed to get my money. Swervative is not the option for the next 2 days. Mercadelic, come on now that I'm going to be able to do that in my head And the other side is that I don't know what I was just thinking of the rules. Measures that ruler, ring like the stew, over. Free like real toned tiny, rewriting her good luck away into a portal on and off switch she came from. Light in Hover's eyes, polar bearing across the crosses on her back, right around when light, on letting in, moving, more moving, ments of Mo, making tia soup, mixing mindful speech, trodden friend in follower oil. Lover thrower, flame blanket vacated 21 times, over and over, to laminate the butter directly onto your arterioles on their way to the blockage of a lifetime. Unbrunced jawbones give way for larger cranial cavity. Broken switch flex the plates in order for a brain to develop indefinitely. Coolant has spheres resoluting on the resoluting on the relotusing on the relotusing on the relotus. Me talking, like talking, how am I talking? Wow, that's great. Bowing down, giving words again while I am breathing again as I am talking about multitasking. Breath in and out as I am keeping balance on my 2 feet, bringing in and out air in through the first part, all the way to the middle part, then lastly, all the way back to the first part. I am talking and thinking at the same time, making words as they have things to say for themselves. I make, oh, I'm so bright, biting now and releasing as it brings up. Memories of pain when I bit down too hard on accident. Got a new thought now and another one passed through. I'm living on it now, making a project out of it as it colors the fence. It is perfectly landing an execution of a jump over a fence. Memory rehearsing now I'm planning, remembering that memory again, moving my cells now, looking in front of my eyes now, talking and thinking and looking and balancing. Those are the parts that I am doing. That's how I'm doing. How are you doing? I'm responsive. Opening my eyes after the blink happens, letting you know what I'm doing, letting multiple people know what I'm doing, making the thoughts go away, laughing at them try, looking mad and then happy to stretch, thinking about bad and then happy to stretch, loading guns and firing them at my loop as you entered her father and harder and can be reworked into last week's memories, driven halfway into it has capsized my expectations of where and how many people should be exposed to this. So I'm trembling at the thought of taking you down and sherberting your teeth into powder to whiten up my sugar, because all sugar has bones in it, unless it's vegan sugar.
Cool.
Sherberting my teeth. I love the visuals. I'm loving it. Oh man, Divo. Let's give him some more applause. Give him more applause. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Come on up here, Jesse. Come on up. Come on. I love that everyone knows what's up tonight. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, whose guitar was this? This is a terrible place for a guitar.
You put looks in my eyes, this I despise. I'm on the rise, my sunrise, your sunset. Look in your own eyes, your own regret. If at all I've ever cast a spell for you to awake, a prayer I've known so well for you, to just take your glare away from me, your stare, all assuming and accusing. I saw you, I remember, learn your lesson, I am gone. Assume no more. You put looks in my eyes, thoughts in my mind, words in my mouth. Your victim, non-victim stance, not your full-time walk. Go home if it's too loud. Go home if it's not my voice screaming in your mind. Shut your mouth about me.
That's right. Yes, you know what to do. You're very learned. Yeah, don't go home if it's too loud, please. All right, come on up here, Michael. Come on, you guys know what to do. And he knows what's up. I love it. I'm loving it.
Life, woman. Life, man. Compassionate man. Compassionate woman. Passionate woman. Passionate man. Receiving man. Receiving woman. Gratified woman. Gratified man. Heart of man. Heart of woman. Tear of woman. Tear of man. Fear of man. Fear of woman. Lust of woman. Lust of man. Forgiveness of man. Forgiveness of woman. Empathy of woman. Empathy of man. Divinity of man. Divinity of woman. Cherished woman. Cherished man. Enchanted man, enchanted woman. Nature's woman. Nature's woman. Young man, young woman. Old woman, old man. Tolerant, tolerant woman. Wise woman, wise man. Ancient man, ancient woman. Sacred woman, sacred man. Death, man, death.
I think after that one, we should all stand up. All rise.
You come do it.
And stretch your arms out. Take a deep breath. And shake it all about and then sit the fuck back down.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and also, let's give him a warm round of applause because that was very tranquil. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. But wait, there's more clapping to be had. Come on up here, Ryan. Come on up here. You guys rock. Yep. Y'all know what's up. Good.
I don't realize it's such a nice day. That sort of day that you don't expect, with warm rain that patters, then quits. Clouds soften, brighten, then part, and the sky blues when we only expected gray. Scrolling through my to-do list, cross-referencing it against my color-coded calendar, my focus is on tomorrow. Tomorrow is where success is. I push myself there, worried I won't find it. The beginning bores me. I'm impatient for what's yet to come, as though my certainty is some sort of guarantee. In the beginning, I cannot touch you. When I close my eyes, you may not exist. Object permanence does not apply to us, for we are not objects. All I know is the future. I'm unpracticed at the here, the now. Even as I approach tomorrow, my concentration runs ever forward. I can't realize it's such a nice day.
We are not objects. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Come on. What? Oh, you gotta go find Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does this mean I have to do some filler?
Yep.
Yes.
Do I look like I fit in a pie?
Yes. A little bit.
Thank you. You guys are really, you're very nice people. You're very friendly people. You're so friendly, you came to my poetry. You're so friendly, you came here. You guys are happy, you're drinking lots of coffee. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. And if you're not happy, that's okay. I hope you feel better soon.
Okay, here he comes.
Sorry, I glitched out for a second there. Sometimes that happens. The future's like that. Up. You know the drill. Okay. You ready? This is Sam.
Hey, Sam.
He's a great dude. He's been helping me out. Let's give Sam a love.
Howdy. I'm gonna sing a cheesy blues song I wrote.
Yep.
Gotta cue it up. And that's just a whole bunch of delay. Okay. Ready?
All right.
Oh, really, baby. You make everything. What? Okay.
So,
oh, really, baby. You make everything alright. Sweet little girl, I've been thinking of you all night. Because you know I love you, honey. Just something about the way you move, it just makes me want to groove. I'm on fire and I'm burning for you. I just can't take the heat any longer, baby. Oh, tell me you'll be true. May the Lord have mercy on me and let me go on loving you. My sweet mama once told me, good man, you right. Treat her nicely and she'll be loving you all night. Oh, pretty mama, yes, getting a little bit warm in here. Burning up, baby, I'm burning for you.
Let's have an opera attack. Opera attack. This is another one that is kind of silly, but it feels like. Okay. If I had money, I'd buy cigarettes and booze. If I had money, I'd buy cigarettes and booze, because cigarettes and booze is all I need.
That's right. I
Oh man, opera attack. That's a good one to remember. That's a very good defense mechanism. Thank you, Sam. I said, thank you, Sam. You're welcome. Thank you, audience. Okay, well, it's that time of the night.
Is it rolling?
It is.
It is.
Karen. Yes. Oh my goodness. Do we need to set anything up? You gonna play a song? What you gonna do?
I'm going to, you should tell everyone that we do not have slams here.
Oh, we don't have slams here. In fact, we have an open reading here. That's what we got.
Yeah.
We're not competing.
Slam
We're loving each other. We're supporting each other.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Anything? So let's get you all plugged in.
Here you go.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Stagehand.
I've been
Stagehand,
writing a
Sam.
little bit of songs myself lately. Hold on a minute. I'm twisted.
Yeah, let me get you untwisted.
Yeah.
Sister.
Yeah.
Tap that. Untwisted Sister, like Twisted Sister.
Yeah, the Twisted Sister, that was a good band.
Rock. Oh man, they had an awesome Christmas.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to say, for those of you who don't know me, I go by the name of Rue now. Mostly by the name of Rue, unless you connect with me on Facebook. I'm Karen Dallier, but that's www.RRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR Okay. Everyone misses Jeremy. He's
Yeah, I miss Jeremy too.
yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at going. I'm looking at going on this thing. But anyway, so I have to tell you that it has been a time of great introspection and the reflection of me in front of the vast sea of mirrors. This universal cause that I'm affected by each and every day. The breath of me, like some silent sea monster. A sea monster who breathes the firewater of time. So here I am. Arms emerge, and my soul indulges in the sweet reverie of harmony. The reverie that my soul waits. Okay. My soul waits to the journey that I created. And therefore, I can say this. You won't follow me, this. It seems to me I bear in a forbearance time itself, that I am the keeper of the clock, without a face, without meaning. I am the extensive vacuum cleaner on the octopus that runs the machine. I am the exclusionary revolutionary of all coming forces. And my dreams include every essence of who I see. And I see you. I see you everywhere. And I can tell you I'm going someplace where I've never been before. Now it's the gate of life that I'm gonna try to solve my situations by demonstrating peace and with understanding. On a journey to someplace. Now someplace is somewhere where we stand right now. And I think my guitar is learning to cry. But I don't know why. Well, I'm going someplace, 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 someplace. See your faces, someplace. See your faces, someplace. See your faces. That's all. Anyway.
Careful. Can you just walk slightly behind me?
Yeah, I'll see what we're behind. I'm going to take a look
Oh, man,
down.
that was fucking awesome. Thank you for another week, and thank you for choosing Air Poetry. I'm James Otter. Where are we? We're at Cush Cafe, here in the heart of Eugene, Oregon.
Hey, he's a pilot! He's a pilot!
And I swear I won't crash this plane. See y'all next week. Peace.